Hi, my name is Gavin, and I see you. Welcome back to the Gavin Talk About YouTube channel. We'll talk about anything and everything. Today we're going to look at Season 4 of How I Met Your Mother, and we're going to rank every single episode from that season. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's get right into the video. At number 22, number 24 actually. At number 24 episodes, we have Old King Clancy, episode 18, 2 out of 10. This is when Robin had that Canadian guy that she slept with, and they're trying to figure it out. And when they're figuring it out, they learn of this new sex move, which is weird, but it's funny. I don't think it holds up. And speaking of holds up, number 23 is now Father's Day, episode 7, 2 out of 10. This episode feels weird for Barney, because right when you think he's having a great character arc, he goes right back to being normal. He goes right back to being Barney. Which Barney never stopped being Barney. I'm just saying. He was a little frustrating. At number 22, we have Little Minnesota. Episode 11, 3 out of 10. Here's what I'll say. So we have we have Little Minnesota, which is a bar, and Robin's missing home, so Marshall brings her over to his bar, Little Minnesota, where he goes when he's missing home. She takes over basically, and he gets mad and angry about it. It felt a little weird, it felt a little jealousy-ish, too jealousy for Marshall. You'll see more when I talk more about his character. This season kind of made me a little weird about him, because it felt like they took all the character development and they said, fuck it, we're gonna do something else with Marshall, and made him very jealous, made him very not himself. I don't know what was up with that, but I don't think this is when Jason Segel starts to check out. I think this is when he starts to want to check out. But I don't think this is when he fully checks out. We'll get to that when we get to that. At number 21, we have Mosby's Design, episode 20, 3 out of 10. Okay. This is when Robin and Ted's assistant, they hook up. And you know what? It's funny because I like the episode, but it's not because I don't like the idea of Robin just sleeping with someone because it's hot, because he's denying her access to the bathroom. That's just weird. It's weird behavior to me. And Robin doesn't seem like that type of girl to do that, so that's why I'm saying that. But I don't know, I'm not female, so I don't know if I would fall for that. I don't know that. But yeah. At number 20, we have episode 8, 4 out of 10. This is when the Woo Girl thing happens. Robin is in the Woo group now, and she's explained to Lily the reason they woo is because they have nothing going on in their lives. And then Ted starts wooing at the end because he gets left at the altar this season. He gets all these things happening to him this season. And this is the one time in this season I like Ted. the only time I tolerated Ted. I'm like, okay, cool, we can finally get him and Stella together. The first time I watched it, I thought that. Because, again, I was little when I started watching this, so, you know. But yeah, and upon this rewatch, I kind of sat down and I was like, okay, well, shit, like, I don't know. But yeah, but this when Ted finally gets that job, and Barney denied him the first time. They didn't know that. He didn't know that at least. And then Barney told him, and then Barney got his nuts kicked in. Or at least he got left on that bowl, which is funny. At number 19, we have 3 Days of Snow, episode 13, 4 out of 10. What I will say is this. This confused the hell out of me, and I hate shows that confuse me. I hate episodes that confuse me, right? I'm just not for that. If we're doing something cool, I'm excited for that. But it has to be, like, coherent. And this was focusing on 3 separate days. And it got too much for me. I get they were trying something new and it worked for the most part, but when it finally dawned on me that 3 days, 3 separate days, I kind of got irritated with it. Because, like, it just didn't work for me, personally. But it might have worked for you, and if it works for you, good. I'm happy. But it didn't work for me. At number 18, we have Murtaugh. Episode 19, 4 out of 10. This is when Barney and Ted have that thing of, I can still be young and perky, or now I have to act my age. Ted is, I have to act my age, and Barney is I'm young and perky and I gotta go live my life. And he makes a deal of that if he can do all these things, he will TP the laser tag tournament with him. And they do just that. And it was funny because his ear was infected. I don't remember any of the subplots of these seasons. Maybe soon I will, but this season was kind of a blur to me. I was looking at the picture and I was like, oh yeah, that did happen. Oh yeah, he did start a bar named Puzzles because that's the puzzle. But I don't think they call it Puzzles yet. I think they do it later on or whatever. I don't remember. But at number 17, we have The Front Porch, episode 17, 4 out of 10. What I will say is, this was not a bad episode. This was about Lily and Marshall trying to find Ted's, like, the one that he's going to spend his life with. And the one they were going to be on the porch with. And I thought that was cool. But yeah, it was fine. I didn't mind it. It's not a bad episode. They're talking about Karen, the character played by, oh no. Donna from that 70s show. I don't know her. Goddamn. I'm gonna be so pissed off when I get off this video and be like, it's this character. I had her. Damn. Okay. Damn, okay. But it's her character and she's just playing a mean person to Ted. So that's fine, I guess. Nothing too special. At number 16, we have As Fast As She Can, episode 23. And this is when Tony, the boyfriend of Stella, comes to Ted asking him for help. Which is fucked, by the way. Why the hell would you do that to someone? And I don't understand, because Stella asked him to help her, and that's fucked. I don't think you should ever do that to someone that you leave at the altar, because that would be heartbreaking, and that's why Ted is up there for me this season, because he goes through a lot this season. I can't help but feel bad for him. But at number 15, we have I Heart NJ. I Heart New Jersey, episode 3, 4 out of 10. And my notebook just fell. This is when Ted is going to move to New Jersey. Move because he doesn't actually, because of a whole altar thing. I don't really want to get into it. But yeah, that whole thing happened. And what I will say is Ted is right and wrong in this episode. He's right for not wanting to leave. He's also right for not wanting to be the only one making sacrifices. But Stella's also right with wanting to stay home because of her kid, because of her kid's school and all that. So there's like a lot of factors going into it, and the fact that the gang don't like it, and Robin going to a job interview because of whatever the fuck happened. And then Barney just holding his hand up. That's basically his arc this season. Not this season, but this episode, and that kind of... I love Barney, so that kind of made me a little irritated, because you could have given him at least something else to do. But I'm happy that they gave him something in the realm of Robin. When Robin starts talking about her job, Barney's like, no, you're going to get the other job. Like, don't worry about that. And beg her not to go to the other job. But at number 14, we have Right Place, Right Time. This is when we have like that moment of the wife of Ted, right? But, or we think it is, but really it's Stella at the end. And that was fine, I guess. It's not a pivotal point to me. It's not that special. In fact, I would have been fine if we cut Stella out of the season altogether after she left. But the fact that we kept going with it, it kind of dragged on, and I hated it. But yeah. At number 13, we have Possible. And this is when Barney is helping Robin shoot her job interview thing, because she needs a job where her work visa will come up, and then she has to go back to Canada. She don't want to go back home, so she has to get help from Barney, who willing to videotape her. Creepy, but at number 12, we have The Fight, episode 10, 5 out of 10, and this is when we get introduced to Rudy, I think his name is, and when we get introduced to him, it's like a whole thing. No, not Rudy. I don't know. It's either Rudy or Bob. I can't remember. But yeah, they no, it's not Rudy, so it has to be like Bob or something. Either way, that kind of felt forced because I didn't see him, right? I didn't know we don't see him until this episode, so it's kind of like caught off guard. But I'm glad that we noticed that because people are like, okay, but we didn't even know you. And then he beats up the two other guys, and it's like, woo, like and then Ted, and the only reason why Barney wanted to fight is because of Robin, right? That's the only reason, that's the only possible thing they wanted to do with him. But yeah. At number 11, we have Intervention, episode 4, 5 out of 10. The way they handled Intervention was kind of a little scummy. Because every little thing they do is like they're nitpicking it. And I'm glad that Barney mentioned it either in this season or like in a few episodes later. But yeah, I'm just happy that we introduced it, but because it's like a staple of the How I Met Your Mother universe. But it got like to the point where they were just nitpicking, and they look like horrible people. Or they looked awful as human beings. At number 10, we have Happily Ever After, and this is when they so this is when Ted gets left, and it's like a day or two after, and they're out to dinner, the gang, and Stella shows up to the restaurant, and they start to duck, and they started like sharing stories about their past relationship and stuff. I didn't mind this one. I didn't. I liked that we had something of context, something of substance. I thought that was cool. But yeah. At number 9, we have The Best Burger in New York City, episode 2, 6 out of 10. And I like this. I do. I like that we do this. I like that we have it. I like Marshall's story in this. And I do like that Barney's trying to like sell GMB with Lily. And really like ripping into it, and Barney trying to make her love it because Marshall got a job there. And then when Lily finds out, she's happy about it, but can't be fully supportive because she feels like he's going back on his stream. It's a little weird to me, but at number 8, we have Sorry Bro, episode 16, 6 out of 10. I think this is when I don't like Ted in this season. Because he seemed a little scummy when him and... No. Laura Prepon! Her name's Laura Prepon. Fucking found it. Let's go. Karen, Laura Prepon, her character. I'm so happy I finally figured that out. But yeah, it was fine. But he seemed kind of a little douchey. But I get it, a lot of people did it to him, so I feel like you can do it to him, to other people, and that it's kind of justified, but not really. At number 7, we have Benefits, episode 12, 7 out of 10, and this episode to me is all about Barney. I know this is technically all about the sex between Ted and Robin. They figure if they sleep together, they can resolve all conflict. But I think I I think this is Barney's episode because Ted knows he's in love with her. Ted knows Barney's in love with her. And Barney, right towards the end, when Ted said someone's gonna get hurt, and Robin said that we all know who's actually gonna get hurt, and she's saying it to Barney. Him knowing who Ted is referring to, because Ted knows about those two, and Ted realizes something's going on between him and Robin, and he knows Barney has never felt this way about anybody, so he finally stops and says someone's gonna get hurt, and he knows it's Barney. That's why I like this season for Ted. That's why I like this season, because Ted is someone he needs to be, which is fine, because next season I fucking hate him. But this season he's fine. Yeah. At number 6, Do I Know You? This is when he gets engaged with Stella and doesn't know anything about her. It's fine, I guess. Probably one of the weakest series premiere. Not series, season premiere. But not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just not the best. At number 5, Shelter Island, episode 5, 8 out of 10. And this is when they have that wedding and no ex rule or whatever. And that's when everything goes south. This is when Stella leaves him. And that kind of sucks for multiple reasons. Because Ted's sad, Ted's depressed, or whatever. Ted wants Robin, but Robin goes away, and Robin sees Stella and her husband together, which I thought was it was sad to see from Ted, but at number 4 we have that 3-day rule, and this is one of my favorite episodes, because I love it when Barney and Marshall team up against Ted to do things, and it was so funny. It's so funny when they're trying to be like a girl and stuff. It's just cool that Robin told Ted, and Robin knows everything that's going on, and they don't know that each other knows. I love those episodes, because one of my favorite episodes of Friends is like that. They don't know that we know that they know that we know that they know. But yeah, at number 3 we have The Naked Man. Iconic episode, and this always comes back at the end, so I'm happy about that. And I'm happy that this episode exists, and it's just a good episode. It's just a great episode that we needed to have, because yeah, we just needed it. It was so good. I love it. But at number 2 we have The Leap, when Marshall is about to leap from one apartment to the other, and when he does, Willie comes over. The last person to come over is Barney, right? And Barney does it for Robin, and they finally get together, I think, kinda, in a way. It's weird, but I love those two together. I know it's complicated, I know it's not good, but I love those two together. At number 1, though, of the whole season, we have The Stinsons. Episode 15, 10 out of 10. I love this episode for multiple reasons. I love this because Barney is such a character in this. He's such a fun character in this episode. And I get it, it's scummy, but I love it. I love this episode because I love the fake nature of it. I also do kind of like the idea of Barney wanting to give his mom a family before she passed, but he didn't know that she was going to survive, so now he's in a lie. So yeah. But let's get into the characters really quick. At number 5, we have Aldrin. I don't think there's anything that can make me like Lily. She's just very condescending and very sarcastic all the time, and I'm just not a fan of that. I just don't like it. At number 4, we have Marshall Eriksen. And I think this is the lowest I have of Marshall. Because he felt out of character for me this season. He was doing things that was very shady, and I didn't like that. I also felt like Jason Segel was getting frustrated with the production. So that kind of tampered with everything. So yeah. At number 3, we have Robin Scherbatsky, and she had an interesting character arc for the first six episodes, wanting to go to Japan and do that whole thing, coming back for Ted, and yeah, it irritated me a little bit, but you know what, I'm fine with it, because at least we make sense at the end. At number 2, we have Barney Stinson. Barney is fine. He's fine. I don't mind him. I think that his character is very muddled and flawed in all seasons. I can't help but adore him though, because Neil Patrick Harris does such a great job in playing him. But at number 1, we have Ted Mosby. This is the first time I liked Ted Mosby, and they fucked it up in the next season. But this season I love Ted Mosby because I related to him, right? But in the later season we don't, because he seemed like a dick. But in this season you see him having heart, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to my audience really quick. First of all, I want to say thank you. I know I haven't really been consistent on YouTube. I've been trying this week, but this week really kicked my ass. And I'm not saying I'm not consistent, because I do still post every single day, just random times. I'm trying my best. It's just really kicking my ass this week. I wasn't feeling that great this week, so yeah. But I do have a great time doing these videos for you. I love making videos. I love posting it on YouTube. I'm going to try to get better on the consistent schedule. So hopefully I can get another video done for you guys today, and get that on my regular time I was uploading, and hopefully I can be consistent with it. But if I can't, I can't, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm trying here, I'm trying my best. But I appreciate 23 subscribers, and I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. I appreciate you guys so fucking much, you have no idea. And yeah, thank you. And have a great day. See you guys tomorrow.